Okay, I'm live. Or whatever. Or I'm making a video, I guess. Forgive me, I'm a Facebook old lady. I'm not really a TikToker. I'm trying. So I hope I get credit points for that. So what inspired me to hit the play button here? It looks like I have an earphone. Yeah, so 3-eye atlas, right? I'm not an astronomer. I'm not even an astrologer. I pull cards and shit pops in my head, so I'm psychic. But this 3-eye atlas, the only reason why I'm intrigued by it, other than the average reason for everybody, what the hell is that thing doing? The reason why I'm so curious about it is because, okay, if you know me, some of y'all do, some of y'all don't, but if you know me, you know that 10 years ago my life changed dramatically. It didn't happen, well, it did happen in a twinkling of an eye, I'll say that, but it progressive, lots of changes. But it all started with the numbers 3113 for me. I was at Kroger getting my groceries in December 2015 when, or I should say, after I checked out, Spirit told me to look at the numbers. And back then, y'all, and I say this all the time when I tell this story, I did not look at my receipts. I was doing that good. I had been doing readings online. I'm like, God, what did I do to my mouth? I don't know. But I've been doing readings online starting in 2007. So I had built up quite a following. A lot of regulars, repeat clients, I would often say once they came, they'd always come back and bring their mom and their cousin too. I was good. I still am good. But I had a lot more people that came to me back then than I do now. I'm rebuilding now. So anyways, yeah, so I didn't really need to look at my receipts back then. I would just get what I needed and go, no big deal. And give $20 to the homeless guy waving at the light on my way home. No problem. So I look at the numbers, the receipt, 3113, and immediately my guide says, reset, mirror effect, look these numbers up. So I go home, I look them up, and immediately I find out it's associated with the Tool song, Lateralis. Check out the lyrics. I also found out it's associated with the beginning year of the Mayan calendar, 3113, look it up. I also found out it's associated with the Fibonacci sequence. Okay, so I found I didn't know it. I don't know this shit. I like to dabble and do research here and there, but I didn't know none of that stuff. I didn't even know what the Fibonacci sequence was back then. I probably still can't even say it right. So why me? I don't know. I'll never be able to tell you that. Why did my guides want me to know that? They still have yet to tell me, but they wanted me to be aware of it, so we'll say that much. So here we are, a decade later, literally almost to the T, and they're talking about this comet or spacecraft, and of all the freaking things to name it, they have to put 3-eye. It looks just like 31. It looks just like a 31, y'all. Even Roman numeral 1 is an I, right? So 31. They name it after, I believe it's the Greek. He was originally a Greek deity who was cursed to hold up the sky for eternity. 31 Atlas. That's what they name it. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of a strange coincidence. Of all the 2-digit placements to put on there, they had to be 3-eye or 31. And now I'm finding out this thing is doing all kind of acrobats in space that defy physics as we know it. And I've said this since Spirit came upon me in 2015. Everything that our scientists think they know, they don't know shit. They're trying to figure it out. They don't know shit. They didn't make it. They didn't create any of this. And even the things they do create, they don't even know about that. They know what they think they know, and that's about as far as it goes. So I started watching some updates on it this past week, and this thing's shooting off lights and signals, and they just uncovered that the signal that they were shooting out was the Fibonacci sequence. So am I making sense here? Are y'all still with me? Now, I'm not claiming I have an answer for any of this. I'm just confused. And I wonder what it means. And I'm wondering if anyone who's still watching this, do you have any theories? Do you have any theories? I mean, there's a lot more I could tell you about my experience with getting that receipt and what happened after. But for now, I'll just leave it here and see if anyone says anything. You know, I am open to interpretation.